Hello, this is Joe from NBS Australia. This is a quick NBS Chorus video to demonstrate updates and published history that is available for your projects. So I'm in the Mill Park Primary School example. In the architectural specification, you can see here I've got 125 systems listed, and particularly here I can see the updates, 228. This certainly suggests I've got a bit of work to do here. It's very good to keep a track of these and not let them get too out of control to this number, because there will be changes sent through on a quarterly basis in terms of amendments to clauses or verifications or products or systems that the NBS experts are working on all day, every day. They're up in Newcastle, New South Wales. So you can see there's execution clauses here. If I scroll down a bit further, there'll be product clauses and also system clauses further down. So just to jump into any of these and see what has changed, aluminium window units, for example, just need to click into the clause, and you get this screen which demonstrates on the left-hand side the current clause, then the update to. There will be a red, orange, or green pin here to describe what is actually changing. So as you can see, the default value has been revised, or the suggestions have been revised. So an orange suggests there's nothing too drastic, but you do need to know what's being amended here. So I can see a few more have been changed here. Just hover over the pin to understand what has changed. You can see a red and green down here. So for example, it used to say the samples here before. So the row samples have now been deleted, will be converted to a user row instead. Save your edits. So that's going to be changed. And as you can see, there's green pins for things that have been added. Further, there is an orange pin over the guidance here, which suggests some of the written guidance from our NBS experts has been changed, or some more content added, or it can often be the regulations updated, that sort of thing. So you can then decide whether to ignore the changes or update the clause in this case, depending on whether your project has started before certain dates where regulations will be enforced. So I'll scroll down to a different version, perhaps down to system, for suspended ceiling systems. So again, definitely need to keep your eye on these and just go through them every so often when they're being updated. So again, some orange pins to describe what has been revised or changed, and again, some items added. You'll often just need to go back into the actual system in question within your spec and double check that it's all stacking up correctly. Again, some guidance has changed in here. So I'll update that clause. So plenty more work for me to go through, down to 226, but you need to keep your eye on that. In terms of published history, so for this project, I have some previous publications of this spec. You have all the details shown here and the status, for example, and the revision, and even some notes to say what you might want to say specifically about this particular spec. What's particularly handy is you can also see who have revised or actually published that. And then in terms of the PDFs, you can choose to open one of these PDFs to see when it was sent and what was the content of it. It's very handy to click on that icon. The specification will open up. And as you can see, this is the NBS branded specification that we've set up. Particularly useful is, as you can see here, on the contents list, got all the systems listed, and then we have unchanged, revised, or added. So that's really handy to see any of the amendments that have been made. I'll click onto the small unit-bound paving system. You can see this was added, and all these clauses have been added in. It's going to have that small green button next to it just to clarify what has changed. And in terms of something that's been revised, again, we can see overall the system was revised. The system clause, that's what's been revised somewhere. These ones haven't been touched, so it shows you what's actually changed as opposed to unchanged in grey. It's very handy there. So any questions about that, please get in touch. Plenty to discuss and plenty to organise with you for applying the updates and checking your published history. Thanks.